guys. So I gotta talk quiet because it's like another early morning vlog sort of thing. And my parents' bedroom door's open even though they're asleep, so I have to be doubly quiet so I don't wake them up. So yeah, I say that now and I'll probably get louder halfway through this without realizing it. But anyway, yeah, so, and yes, I know I'm in my jammies and my hair is gross because I'm gonna get in the shower probably right after I finish this. Actually, no, I'm gonna exercise, then I'm gonna go take a shower. But anyway. So, we're like 2 weeks into the year, and I'm just now remembering to do one of my Remembering Forgotten Memories videos. So we're gonna do that. I wanted to do this, actually, like a week or two ago, when Ringo was getting knighted. He got knighted on Davy Jones's birthday, so I'm just like, I will literally never ever forget the day Ringo got knighted now, because it's just such an important day in my mind anyway. Also Mike Nesmith's birthday, so what are the odds of two members of one band having the same birthday, you know? But Davy, you know, that's where my priorities lie. So anyway, but yeah, that reminded me of when Paul got knighted back in '97. I was in like 7th grade. Oh my goodness. Just, I feel like today this shit would never fly, but back in the 90s, I don't know, maybe I just had a cool teacher who was cool letting me get away with this, since I actually showed interest enough in a thing to actually want to do my work for once instead of just blowing it off like usual. Basically, we knew about it in advance. We knew which day was going to happen. We knew there was going to be coverage of a lot of it. I don't think they showed, like, the actual ceremony itself. There was, like, a couple little snippets that got shown from it, but there was a lot of the before and after and talking about the process all day. Again, in this day and age, they would never have given it the type of coverage it got at the time. But back in the 90s, it was a different time, since we didn't really have all the internet news. We didn't have smartphones with updates all the damn time where things only hold your interest for about 15 seconds and then you're on to the next thing. And no, like, if there was a big news story, that was the big news story of the day, pretty much. So, and anything involving a Beatle always took precedence, it seems like. That's not just my bias, that's just how it was back then. Nowadays, it's kind of sad that they get, like, a little blurb and that's it, but anyway. Hold on, let me take a sip of coffee. So I knew in advance, and had worked out a deal with my teacher to where I would take the day off school, would watch all the coverage, but the caveat would be, obviously I would have to make up all class and homework for the day, but also would write a lengthy report about the knighting process and about what I saw and this, that, and the other, which I was totally cool with. It was like, that is a small price to pay for a day off school to literally watch Paul McCartney stuff all day. No complaints. No freaking complaints. So I was down with this. I have no idea how I actually talked her into it. In hindsight, I feel like I remember finding out that one of her kids also has Asperger's syndrome, so maybe she was like one of the first people that actually suspected it and was just like, you know what, no, this is one of her special interests, just let her do it. But anyway, so I feel like I even remember what day of the week it was, is the crazier part, and no, I swear to God, I didn't look this up, and it's possible I'm wrong, by the way. I may be off on the day of the week, but I feel like it was a Tuesday, only because I was at my Nana's house the day before. And that used to be my day of the week I went over there. Most other days of the week I was at my other grandparents' house, but Mondays were Nana Day. But sometimes on weekends I went there too, so that's why I'm like, it could have been a Monday. Could have been a weird week where I went over there one of the just random days in the middle of the week. But I mean, gut instinct is saying Tuesday. So I was over there and talking to her about it, and she was interested, but not because of it being a Beatle. She was more interested because she loved the British royalty and was kind of bombarding me with all, like, the Princess Diana stuff, which was like her area of special interest, and Fergie, not the performer Fergie. No, go back. Sarah Ferguson. I feel like I just butchered that name. Is her name Sarah? I feel like it's Sarah. I don't know. Nickname's Fergie anyway, so that, and the Queen, and Charles, and Philip, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and got to listen to that for a long time, which, I mean, wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I don't know how much of it I retained, but still liked seeing her be just as enthusiastically into a thing as I was into this thing. But yeah, so there was all that leading up to it. So the actual day rolled around, and it felt weird watching my little sister have to get ready to go to school and go to school when I'm left like, sup? I'm here in my pajamas with a notebook by the TV. I swear I'm doing work for school. No, really. Yep. I felt like such a scumbag on one level, but on the other, I was like, this is awesome. Just the fact that I actually talked a teacher into this. I did not think realistically that it would work. So I was kind of shocked that I was able to work out this deal. So I think I got up at like 5 or 6 in the morning, which is ironic because now that's just like my normal time to wake up. But I like was up and out of bed is the difference, because I feel like I woke up that early anyway, but I would like stay in bed and just like read for a couple hours before I would like get up. I don't know why I don't still do that, but yeah, so I was actually up and out of bed, and we actually did not have CNN at home yet because we did not have cable at home till I think another 2 years down the line from this point. So I was just trying to watch like any news channel at all in the meantime till my dad was like, come bring my sister to and from school and can bring me over to one of my grandparents' houses. Ended up being I think it was my dad's parents' house to watch it. That was fun. My grandpa just did not understand how this counted as schoolwork. And shouldn't you be learning about American history? We lived in America, but... And pretty much thought that I was scamming the school just to have a day off school. I was like, no, really, this is actually for a thing. But my grandma would support, both my grandmas were supportive of pretty much any damn thing I wanted to do. Sorry, I bumped the table. But yeah, just the whole thing. It was very immersive. A lot of it was repetitive stuff that they were mentioning over and over, obviously. I mean, that's kind of just the nature of how CNN works, but every time it went live and there was like a shot of Paul, just, oh my god, lost my shit. Because I was still young enough to where if I so much as saw a Beatle on TV, I would like scream and lose my shit. I wish that were an exaggeration. That is 100% accurate. I don't 100% do that now. I squeal still. I don't full-on Beatlemaniac scream now. If I went and saw them in concert, that probably would change, but they're ironically the only people I've ever seen in concert where I've ever felt the desire to do that. I don't know, even Beatle tribute bands, like, I tried to make myself do it once, I was like, no, it's not the same. This feels wrong. No, this is reserved for Paul and Ringo only. But no, like, he was just, my grandpa was so freaking confused just watching the way I reacted to this, and definitely thought I was scamming for a day off school. I mean, just for an excuse to watch Beatles stuff as far as he was concerned. And I can see exactly where he was coming from in thinking this, but he's not 100% wrong. I mean, it was a little scummy to get out of school for this, but I did do the work involved with it. I did write a lengthy report on it. I ended up having to do a shit ton more research on my end of it than I thought I was going to, because they didn't exactly explain as much in the coverage as I thought they would. So probably should have started that part sooner, like before it, leading up to it, because they gave like the very basic gist of it. But I remember it was a big deal at the time because they weren't really knighting pop culture icons yet at that point. Paul was either the first or one of the very first ones that they did this for. So it was a big friggin' deal when he got it. And I was just like, yeah, see, I picked the right fandom, just saying. But anyway. But yeah, they didn't exactly explain all of the knighting process. They explained the sword, the shoulder, top the head thing. I dubbed these Sir Paul McCartney. Yeah, they explained that tiny little bit of it. They didn't explain much of anything else leading up to it. So I was like, aw, man, I'm gonna have to go look this up, aren't I? But I did, and I fleshed this thing out to almost 10 pages Mostly because I have big handwriting. But still, I managed to flesh it out to almost 10 pages. Just saying. Just saying. If I had typed it, which I probably should have, probably wouldn't have been 10 pages, but still would have been kind of lengthy. Probably longer than most 7th graders would write for an extra credit thing. But still, it helped my grade considerably since I had priorly had a frickin' D- in history. So went ahead and pulled that up to like a C, so I actually had a average passing grade for that quarter anyway. So that's a thing. So this was the school where I found out they did not hold anybody back a grade. If you literally flunked everything, they would not hold you back. They want that tuition money and they don't want to be sued again because one kid's parents sued the school for holding their kid back. So they literally never ever held a kid back again, even if they should have been. And the kids caught wind of this really quick and just didn't freaking try. So if they're not trying, I figured, well, why am I like hauling ass if they're not trying? I'm not gonna try either. So pretty much shot myself in the foot on that one. Really kind of wish I had been in just a public school. I mean, that sounds like such an overprivileged little shit thing to say. Like, dude, you went to a private Catholic school and you're complaining about wanting to go to public school? STFU, noob. But, no, really. Like, it was subpar education. My youngest sister was learning things in kindergarten I didn't learn till 5th grade. Just saying. That one teacher who said that the teachers we got at that school were the rejects from the public school system wasn't kidding. So, just saying. But, yeah, that. I have to wonder how differently I would have turned out if I had just gone to public school. I feel like I actually would have had friends if I had gone to public school, but that's neither here nor there. But it does make me wonder. Since in 8th grade, I did switch to public school. It was like the greatest school year of my entire life. I loved 8th grade. High school, not so much, but... Hold on. But that was more just... I was overwhelmed by the number of people. I was overwhelmed by... I have short little legs. I physically could not get from one class to the next, since they, I don't know, thought it was like a sick joke, and put all my classes from one end of the campus way to the opposite end. Even hauling ass, even running through those hallways, I was physically incapable of getting from one class to the next before that damn bell rang. So it kind of just set me up from day one with this feeling of resentment of just, I don't want to be here. Don't want to be here. And then bullying restarted because, oh, people from the private school went to this high school and picked up where they left off. And they started their Mean Girls cliques, basically, and got more and more people doing it to me again. I was like, thought I left this shit behind. So, yeah, that was reason numero uno that I wanted out of that friggin' school and into home study. But still, at least my 7th grade teacher on that one thing was very understanding and very cool about things. There's a lot of other things she wasn't with, but with that one, she was very, very cool about it. So, anyway, yeah, this doesn't have like a point. This doesn't really have much of a start end point. Doesn't have much of a plot even. Just was a thing I was kind of thinking about and reminiscing over again when I heard Ringo was getting knighted. Imagine how disappointed I was that there was literally, like, no coverage at all whatsoever given to Ringo. It's like, story of my life. Paul gets all the attention, Ringo gets ignored. God damn it. But yeah, they didn't so much as even, like, show him at the palace or anything, so it makes me wonder, did he even go? I have no idea, but they, like, gave, like, a 2-sentence blurb to this on every news outlet I tried to hunt it down on. It was so disappointing. But anyway, it made me that much more grateful that for Paul, there was indeed a lot of coverage, since, you know, Ringo didn't get that. And when George got knighted, he was already dead. It was posthumous, so obviously he couldn't be there, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I'm just babbling at this point and I got other shit to do. So, I'll be back later with a review because that is what I do. So, anyway, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, leave comments down below. Do you guys remember when Paul McCartney got knighted? any of you guys watch the coverage, let me know. As well as anything else you feel like leaving me, make sure you're following my social media accounts. They're all listed down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time.